Do you find yourself resenting the things that you have done for people? Do you find yourself saying yes even though you want to say no? Do you find yourself being pressurized by your friends to go to places that you don't want to go to? Maybe you are a people pleaser and you don't know it. And for a very long time, I have been a people pleaser. I am still learning to get out of that situation. It takes time, but I'm patient with myself and I have done a lot of steps and now I am much better. So today, I want to share with you signs that you might be a people pleaser. Okay, so the first one is you find it difficult to say no. So let's say, for example, your friend is moving to a new place and they need you to come and help them to move their furniture, but you are so tired, but you feel like, no, because this is my friend, I cannot say no because if I say no, how will they feel about that? Are they going to say I'm a bad friend? So you need to learn to prioritize yourself, your mental well-being, your emotional health, and your physical health. So if you are tired and you really cannot help your friend, you need to be able to say, no, I'm sorry, my friend, I cannot do this for you. And something that I have been guilty of is not being able to say no when someone needs my help, even if I feel depleted. And then you know what happens in that situation when someone asks you to help them and you do that, you have this expectation behind you where you are like, okay, because I've helped this person with this, they also need to help me with that. And when they don't help you, hell breaks loose and you start feeling like you're not valuable and that your friends don't take you seriously. So the best way to avoid this is you need to say yes to something that you want to say yes to and no to things that you don't have the capacity to do. And if you struggle to say no right at that point, you can say to your friend, can I please come back to you when it comes to this? And then you go and think, okay, how can I put it in a kind way? Ask your other friends, maybe, how can you put this in a way that won't be offensive to other people? Because I think as females, we are taught to be kind, we are taught to be givers, and sometimes we forget that even when you are giving, there has to be a point where you're like, no, I have given enough of myself. Because remember, when you're giving, you cannot give from an empty cup. You must only give from an overflow. So make sure that you are full before you can give to anyone else. Okay? The second one is you seek validation from outside sources. I have been guilty of this for so many times. And I think for me, it was things that are small. Like, for example, if I go to the shop with my sister and then I buy a dress and then I ask her, let's say I see a nice dress that I love, and then I ask her, what do you think about this dress? And if she says no, it would really crush me and I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I would just change the way I am feeling. And I started spending time on my own. I started doing things on my own and I started making decisions and telling myself, reminding myself that it is just a decision. If you make a decision, you can always come back and do another one, or you can just pivot from that decision that you have made previously. Something that I really struggled with before was choosing the color of my nails at the salon. If you are someone who also love doing your nails, you know when you get to the salon and they give you about 200 colors to choose from, and you see like 5 different shades of pink and you're like, isn't this the same pink? But you have to choose either way. So what I've done in that case is just I tell myself that I'm just going to choose this color, and if it doesn't suit me, it's fine, it's just nails. After 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I'm going to change to another color. So remind yourself that it is okay to make a decision. Even if that decision is not right, you can always pivot from there. Make your decisions work from you. You need to make decisions very quickly, because either way, whether you're making a decision or not, you are choosing something. I think this is also something that I've learned, that by not choosing something, you are automatically choosing the other thing. So allow yourself to make decisions quickly. If it's a mistake, you can always pivot from that, or you can always make another decision. Just tell yourself that it is not the end of the world, even if you make a wrong decision. So don't rely on other people to validate you. And sometimes this can also show in the way you post things on social media. This has happened to me where I would even hide some people when I'm posting something on WhatsApp, or I would think to myself, I wonder what will this person say after posting this. And that is so wrong. You need to stop trying to please people. You need to stop seeking for their validation. You need to validate yourself. You need to remind yourself that you are worthy. You need to make decisions that are good for you, because at the end of the day, all the people that you're trying to please, they have their own lives. They also are trying to heal from their struggles, and they don't really care that much about you. So stop um, allowing other people to be steerings of your life. You need to be the steering of your life. I had something very funny where someone was saying that, did you know that if you die in your dream, then you die for real? Like when you wake up in the morning, you won't be able to wake up in the morning if, let's say, something is chasing you in your dream and that thing really catches you and fights with you and you don't win. So you have to win in your dreams. And that was really interesting, because for me, I know that if I am fighting something or I'm trying to escape something from my dream and I feel like I am really losing now, or if I'm running from something but I feel like I cannot run anymore, what I would do is I would just tell myself, okay, you know what, I'm in a dream and I'm not going to be part of this, so I'm just going to wake up because this is just a dream. This is just a dream. But there's something interesting that I heard from Wayne Dyer, where he says that if something is chasing you in your dream, like a monster or something, instead of running, you need to tell yourself that if this dream happens again and something is chasing me, I am going to turn around, stop, and ask that monster, what do you want from me? Why are you chasing me? And you will see that the monster that was chasing you is going to disappear. Fortunately, I have not been chased by a monster in my dreams, but it was really interesting to know that you are the author of your dreams. Like, you are the steering in your dreams. So same applies to your life, your real life. You need to be the main character there. You cannot be a supporting actor for someone else in your own life. You need to know that you are the author of your life. You are the main character of your life. Other people are just there supporting what is happening with you. So treat yourself like a steering, because that is what you are in your life. Okay. Another sign that you are a people pleaser is you avoid conflict by all costs. Yay! This is something that I need to work on, because I really don't like conflict. I would rather avoid someone. The friendship would rather end than for me to address someone and say, no, let's get to the fight. Because for me, I really don't like fighting. I'm a peaceful person, but I know that that is also part of people pleasing that I also need to learn from, where you need to confront the things that you need to confront. And another thing that I've heard also is that when you don't start the argument with the person that you are supposed to be fighting with because you're scared of the conflict, the argument happens in your head. That's why sometimes you find out that you are angry at someone, but that person does not even know that you're angry at them, because you are fighting in your thoughts. You are like, how dare this person does this to me? How can they do this? Who they do they think they are? Blah, blah, blah. So you need to release that energy from your head and face it heads on. And wish me luck, because this is also something that I am working on. The last one is you feel resentful. This has happened so many times with me, where I do things for people and then I expect them to do them for me and they don't. And I feel like, oh my God, were you using me? How can you ask me to do this for you, but when it's time for you to return the favor, you don't do it? That is wrong. That is actually toxic. That is a toxic trait. Toxic trait that you need to let go of, because if you're doing something for someone else hoping that they will do it for you, that is manipulation. You need to let go of that. If you don't want to do something for someone, don't do it. Otherwise, you'll build resentment and hate towards them, and resentment will make you sick. And in this community, we love ourselves. We want to be healthy. We want to be beautiful. That is why we let go of things that don't serve us. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comment section below if you are a people pleaser, if you have been a people pleaser and you have have overcome it. How did you do it? What tips would you give some of the people pleasers in this community? I love you. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time. Goodbye. That is a toxic trait. That is a toxic trait that I have also healed from that I'm also that is a